Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm Tabitha with Moonlight Custom Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to do a tri-split fall peekaboo tumbler. I'm so excited about this tumbler, so go ahead, stay tuned, watch the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go ahead and let's get started.
All right, y'all, what I have here is a 20-ounce skinny from the Stainless Steel Depot, and we are going to be using some mica powders. These I got from Arteza, and we are starting out with copper. And I'm only going to be adding in a little scoop of each one. I've mixed up epoxy here, and I divided it up between all of these cups. Now for our second colors, I'm going to mix this strawberry red and the bronze together. And I'm just going to use like a scoop of both colors. Now for our last color here, we are going to be using the caramel brown. I'm sorry, this is not the last color, it's the second to last color. And then for our last color, I got this mica from the Glitter Grind, and it is Cleopatra. Now, the epoxy that I'm using is the regular set KS resin epoxy. I don't really recommend using a fast set epoxy on here because I like to take my time when I'm working with mica powders and I don't like to rush the process. So I always use just a regular set, the 12-hour KS resin epoxy here. Now, after you get done putting in all of your mica powders, you want to make sure that you mix them very, very well, making sure that there's no powder still lingering. You want to make sure that is nice and smooth. Now that you have everything mixed, we're going to start applying our mica powders. Now, I am just going to take our first color here, which is the copper, and I'm going in a diagonal motion with one of my fingers. And I'm making sure that I get in that full diagonal motion, filling in the entire section here. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect at all because you're actually going to blend these colors together as well. Now, with a clean gloved finger, I'm going to go in with our little mixture here with the strawberry red and the bronze, and I'm just going to butt that up against the copper. And I'm smoothing it out, going in a diagonal motion, and creating a little bit of blending in between those two colors. And then you want to do the same thing with all of the other colors. So you're going to go in with a clean gloved finger and you're going to butt that next color up against the previous color, creating a little bit of blending between both of the colors here. Now we're going to go in with our last color, Cleopatra. And we're going to do the exact same thing, a clean gloved finger, and we're going to go in a diagonal motion. Now, once you get done applying all of your first set of colors, you're just going to go in and repeat the same process, starting over with the first set of color with the copper and then going all the way until you get to Cleopatra again, until the entire tumbler is covered with this mica powder. Now you could also switch out your gloves in between this process if you're wanting to, because you want to make sure that each color is pronounced and it doesn't get too muddy. Now once you have the entire tumbler covered with your mica powders, I'm just going to go in with my finger and just cover the bottom. It really doesn't matter what you do to the bottom because it's going to be spray painted anyway to create our peekaboo. But I'm just going in with one of my colors, going in around the rim, and then doing it all the way until I get to the middle bottom of the tumbler, if that makes sense. But you could do whatever you want here because it's not even going to be seen. I just wanted to make sure that I covered the bottom with something. Now, after you get done coating the entire tumbler, you want to go ahead and hit it with your heat gun or your torch, whatever you like to use here to pop any bubbles that may be lingering over the tumbler. Now, I'm going to let this spin for the full 12 hours. I did this right before bed, so I just go ahead, let it spin overnight. and check it in the morning. And this is what our tumbler looks like the very next day. I think it's so beautiful. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure my tumbler here because I do want to make some markings. That way I can put it in a tri-split. So with this tumbler, I'm marking every 2.5 inches. And I tried to use it with a pen, but that didn't work. So Expo markers work amazing. So I'm just going to measure 2.5 inches from the top and then 2.5 inches from the bottom. And I am going to tape that off, but I'm going to put the tape so it's more in the middle of the tumbler, because the middle of a tumbler we are going to glitter. I'm only going to spray paint the top section and the bottom section of this tumbler. Now I'm going to go ahead and put painter's tape all over the middle section of the tumbler. That way I don't get any paint on there. You don't have to. I just wanted to make sure that I don't get any paint in the middle. Now it doesn't really matter if you get paint in the middle because it will be covered with glitter. Now for this, I have these maple leaves that I have cut out. I just went ahead and found them on Cricut, and I'm going to cut them out, put them on the tumbler, and I'm going to use this Color Shot spray paint for the top and the bottom. Now you can place these wherever you'd like. I'm just doing them over the colors that I like, or if I have any imperfections that I want to cover up, I'll make sure that I won't put the leaves there. And I'm putting them in different directions as if they were falling. But whatever you would like to do here is perfectly fine. Now this is what the tumbler is going to look like after you applied all of the removable vinyl, and it is ready for spray paint. And I will be back to show you the next step. Now that the spray paint has dried, you are good to remove the middle and all of the leaves that you have placed here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go in with my little picker tool, weeding tool, whatever you'd like to call it, and I'm going to remove all of these leaves, making sure that I am careful while I'm doing it so I don't nick the paint. Once you're done removing all the leaves, this is what it's going to look like. And you can go ahead and remove the tape from the middle. Now I am going to reuse this tape because I am taping off the top and bottom sections to use as a guide for my glitter. Now that they have the middle section exposed, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply my glitter. So the glitters that I'm going to be using is wine from the Glitter Grind. So I'm going to put a little in my little container here. And I'm also going to mix in some Interstellar. And this mixture, it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to add in just a little bit of Interstellar in with the wine. And I'm going to mix them together. Now we are going to apply our glitter using the Mod Podge method. So I put some Mod Podge in this little container that I have, and I have this little makeup brush. And I'm just going to dip my makeup brush into this Mod Podge, and I'm going to coat it on the middle of my tumbler. Once you have your tumbler coated in the Mod Podge, you want to go ahead and start applying your glitter here. And that's what our tumbler is looking like. Now I am going to go ahead and remove the tape, and I'm going to let this sit for about 30 minutes for the Mod Podge to dry. And we are ready for our first coats of epoxy. All right, y'all, now that this tumbler is nice and smooth, we can go ahead and go in and do our vinyl striping and the offset that I created on these maple leaves. So I am using this gold textured metallic vinyl from Tech Wrap, and I did some vinyl stripes, this cute little saying, autumn leaves and pumpkins please. and the offset for the maple leaves. So what we're going to do is we're just going to apply all of our offsets here, and then the vinyl striping and our decal. And I'm going to place this decal in the middle of our tumbler. And I want to thank everybody with their recommendations on vinyl. This is the first one that I am trying out, and let me tell you, I am absolutely in love with this vinyl. So thank you all so much for the recommendations, and I am excited to try out the other ones. And this is the tumbler after you apply all the vinyl, and we are ready for some epoxy. All right, y'all, what I have here is 20 milliliters of Speedy Petey. This is a fast set, and I'm going to apply it all over my tumbler here, making sure that I get a nice even layer. Once you're done applying your epoxy, you want to make sure that you hit it with your heat gun or your torch to pop any bubbles. And then I'm going to wait 2 hours and recoat this tumbler with another coat of epoxy. And all right, y'all, this is the finished tumbler. I think this tumbler turned out absolutely gorgeous. I am loving everything about this tumbler. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.